everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. We are doing these fancy little adorable acorns for this video, just for the Thanksgiving season and holiday, and they are just too cute not to do. I am using the pattern from Yarnspirations and using Lily Sugar and Cream yarns, and the pattern is called Autumn Harvest. It is from a wreath pattern, but I am only doing these little acorns from the pattern. They do have different types of leaves and different things like that on this wreath, but I chose only these beautiful little acorns because they are so sweet, and I wanted to use them for decoration here at home, so I wanted to share them. Now it does give you different colors that you can do these in, and you see the colors that I do have different colors, and you don't need a lot. These are very, very quick and simple to do. So you will need a needle, and it is worked up in a G hook, so you'll need a G hook or any size. If you want to make them bigger, hey, that's totally fine with me. These are worked in G hook, and you will need some polyfill. Not a whole lot, just a little. And because I worked my colors, I worked these backwards in colors, same colors, just just the same three colors, just in a different mixture. I'm actually going to use a red this time, and probably more of a gold, and just mix them up. And I'm going to use them as a decoration for the Thanksgiving season. So get your materials ready and we will do this cute little tutorial. Alright guys, so the first thing you want to do is choose your base color for your acorn. So I chose the brown. So first thing you want to do is chain up 2, and then you're going to work 6 single crochet or 8 single crochet into that beginning single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Once you get that situated, you want to join up into the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's hard to get these started because they are so small. But once you get it in there, you'll be just fine. I had trouble getting them in there to start with, but okay. Pull your tail, make sure you close that up real good. Okay, now round 2, you'll chain up 1, and you're going to do 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So put 2 single crochet in the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're increasing now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Alright, now you want to join up into that first one again. Okay. Now round 3, you want to chain up 1, and you're just going to single crochet in each stitch around. So again, you will have a total of 16 stitches. So this one's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Alright, join back up there in your beginning stitch, and now we're ready for round 4. Chain up 1, and let's get rid of this tail here. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you're going to single crochet 2 together 8 times all the way around. So you're going to go back down to what we had in our beginning, which was 8 stitches. So now you're just going to go back down to having 8 stitches. So you're going to start with the beginning one, go in, go in, grab your yarn, pull up, go in the next one, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that's once, and do that 8 times. Go in the next one, go in the next one, you should have 3. Grab your yarn, pull through all 3. So that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Five. 6. 7. And that's 8. And if you don't know how to single crochet together, which is also decreasing, you will need to go to my tutorial for that and then come back to this video. Alright, so now you're going to join up with a single crochet, or with a slip stitch, I'm sorry, right into the beginning stitch. Okay, so now you will need to finish off. Alright, pull that through. And here is where you're going to lightly stuff your acorn. So you don't really need a whole lot of stuffing. They're not meant to be overly stuffed. Might be too much. Okay, so just stuff it a bit. And you can work this in. That's really not going to benefit you. You're not going to sew in with that. This is just going to disappear. You know, you can cut that way down, and then you can just stuff it in with the stuffing if you want. Okay, so now just set that little thing there aside and choose your top. I am going to use the red this time. So now what you're going to do is make your slip knot on your hook. Alright, and now we're going to start like we did with the body. So chain 2 and go into that first stitch for 8 single crochet. So 1, it's hard getting them started, but we can do it. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so join up into that beginning stitch. Pull that tail closed. And now what you're going to do next, chain 1, and now you're going to increase just like we did with the body of the acorn. So you want to put 2 in each stitch. So 1 and 2 in that beginning stitch, and 2 in each stitch around. So that's 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Alright, so join up. And then for the last row here, you want to do a chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch. So you'll have 16 stitches all the way around for the top, just like we did on the bottom before we started decreasing. But we're not going to decrease with the top. So again, a very simple little project, and they're cute as they can be. Okay, so once you're around, you want to slip stitch. Get in there, silly. Alright, so you want to cut your tail off here. And you want to leave enough tail because you're going to have to stitch this around. So now you're going to pull this through, and that is your top. Now you're going to pick a part to be your stem. And this is just going to take a very little piece. So I'm going to choose this pale gold color. Okay, so all you're going to do here is chain 4. Alright, slip stitch in the second from the hook, slip stitch in the next, and slip stitch in the last. And that is your stem. Alright, so leave a little bit of a weaving end there, pull that all the way through, and that is going to be your little stem. Okay, now you have your 3 parts, and I will be back with you and we will piece this little baby together. Alright guys, I am back. So I have my little stem and I have it threaded up. So you have a right and a wrong side to your top, so your piece was already with the right side cupped. And I found the easiest way to do this is leave the wrong side like this, and your right side is cupped. So basically what I did is took my needle, and my stem is going to be is underneath, so it's on the right side right now. So what I did is just went with it and just kind of threaded like this. Then I went through the center and pulled that other strap through the center, and then I just take the needle off and then I just tied it, because you know it doesn't have to have a big there's no big episode with that. Just tie it and cut that strand down and you're done, because this is going to be hid. So that's all there is to the little stem, and then you flip this out and then you've got your right side. Perfect. Okay, so that was like less than 30 seconds. Alright, so now you want to rethread your needle with your tail from your top. So now your little top is going on here. Make sure that all your stems are in. If you want to stuff any more, now's the time to do it. So you just kind of squish it all in there. Okay? And then what I just did is just kind of gone underneath And I went at an angle because I found it was a little easier to do. And actually I went in every other one. I found that to work out a little bit better. And you don't have to pull them really all that tight because then it looks a little crunched. So then I just went in every other stitch on the top. Okay. But you got to dig for that bottom down here, because it's not going to come up for you, trust me. You got to dig for it a little bit. And then you just piece it together. And if you feel more comfortable going in each stitch, by all means, do whatever you feel is necessary. But mine worked out just fine going in every other one. And of course my thread comes out, usually does at least once. Okay, so when you get back to the end, and like I say, you got to work with these. Sometimes these things are so tiny. Okay, so once you get into that, you can finish it up, and then you just weave through. You don't even have to really finish it off. You just weave through your top, and as long as you go through the top a couple times, your yarn will hide itself very nicely in the same color that you're working with, and you don't even have to finish it off. It will just hide and it won't come undone. And then you clip that off. And you have yourself a nice little acorn. You know, and if you want your acorn top to be attached, you can run yourself a little strand down through there and attach it. Otherwise, this is your little acorn. Aren't they adorable? Very simple project. Alright guys, that is pretty much it to the acorn, and hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Happy hooking!